Big heads up to all my friends out there, all my investor friends, family, my friends, customers. This Cardone Capital behind me, we are open for business, okay? We're open for business, and my biggest competition, as Ryan says, my biggest competition in the stock market is clearly getting his nuts clipped, okay? $10 trillion has been lost and more will be on its way. I'm not wishing this on anybody. Look, guys, I have told you for, I don't even know how long. I don't know, 18 months, probably 4,000 or 5,000 points ago. Get out of the stock market. I've also told you, now I know there's a bunch of haters out there hating on me like, oh yeah, you say anything long enough, you're gonna be right. That's not true. I told you, sell your homes. I told you guys, if you got a house, sell it. There's gonna be a housing crash in the US of America. The stock market has already dropped. It will continue to drop. Where are you going to put your dough? Where are you going to put your money? You cannot leave it at the bank. I've been telling you that as well. Do not leave your money in the bank. You're going to be paid nothing. Actually, you're going to be charged to keep money at the bank going forward. This is a new economy, a new time. It is all the rules that you've been playing by. You've been punished by long enough. Now they just got stripped like a Band-Aid, just ripped right off your knee, okay? This is a new time, folks. This is what I'm suggesting everybody do. Do what I'm doing. I invest all my cash into real assets that produce cash flow. That's an office building behind you. That is not what you would invest in, okay? Office buildings will get crushed. Those will get crushed. That right there will save your day, okay? If you could go buy that piece of real estate right there, good. That right there, bad. Cardone Enterprises, that's not what you want to invest in because that is dependent upon a tenant being in business. Look, I only have one interest in doing this. I already know where my money's good. We distributed $2 million to our investors last month. 800,000 of that went to me last month. Rental property. People have to live somewhere. They have to drink water. They have to eat food, okay? They need entertainment. So they're going to buy Netflix. They're going to watch their Apple TV. They're going to keep their telephone. They're going to drink water. They're going to drink food. They're going to have food delivered to the house. Maybe they're not going to go to a restaurant for a couple months. But they're going to have to live someplace. Okay, if you own a home now, you're probably not going to be able to sell your house now. So get over that because it's not going to go away, or you're going to have to take a loss to sell it. So the reason I don't like your house is because it doesn't produce cash flow. If you have a house already, what you could consider doing and might want to consider doing is getting a loan, refinancing your house at 2 or 2.5%. and use the equity to get invested in cash flow. Again, you want to do this on your own, go do it on your own, okay? You want to go buy that property right there, that one right there, all the way down that block. It covers that entire block. It's full of tenants. Those tenants aren't going anyplace. Those tenants are going to stay there even if they lose their jobs. But it looks like the government's going to come in and fund this thing. It looks like Trump's going to do something really, really big to help people out for the next 2 or 3 months. That'll help people pay their rent, make their car payments, pay off their credit cards, but you still need to figure out some place to invest your money. Where are you going to invest your money, okay? Where are you going to put your cash? Because the banks aren't going to pay you anything and you need cash flow. And if we're moving into a time of uncertainty, what makes people certain? Cash flow, okay? Look, I've been through this before, folks. I'm 62 years old. I've been through this more than once. I survived 1995. Most of you don't even know what happened in 1995. The pundits on TV don't even talk about it. It was the credit and loan debacle. 1,600 banks went underwater. 2001, I survived that. 2008, I survived it. All my buddies went busted in 2008. The 9/11 crash. This thing that we're going through right now is bigger than 9/11, 2001. 1995, all combined, plus you could add Sandy and Katrina to it. This is enormous. Take your cash out of the banks that might not be solvent in the future Take your cash out of the banks and get invested in real assets. If you can go buy them yourself, go buy them yourself, okay? If you need a partner like me, because I know what I'm doing, I've been doing it 30 years.
If you want, maybe you'll talk for a little bit. Just
locations are vital. The location you pick is vital. Not just today, but 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now. The cash flow, you got to have a certain amount of cash flow based on a certain amount of vacancy, because you're going to have vacancy. We figure down to about 85%. That means with 15% not occupied, we still cash flow and still pay our investors. Okay, so you also have to know how to get great debt. Our last loan was 3.13%. 10 years interest only, so we have stability the entire time we own it. The last thing I need to tell you is when you invest in these kind of assets, that asset will not go away. We'll be here 30 years from now. It'll be longer than Facebook will be around. Last thing you need to know is you got to be in it for the long term. You have to know your location, your investment, your cost of operations over long periods of time. If you want to invest with me, if you got cash, you got an IRA, you got a 401k, and you got a good attitude, and a long-term horizon, you're in it for protect your dough, get your cash flow, and get capital appreciation over long periods of time. If that's you and you got a good attitude and you ain't a little bitch, you ain't a little baby, you ain't cry baby, you ain't stupid baby, you ain't dumb. I need my money, I gotta buy a Rolex. Dude, if you're really, ladies and gentlemen, if you're trying to protect your money and your family's money over long periods of time, this is the best asset class you can be in. If you got a house, refinance it right now because you're not going to be able to sell it. Okay, if you got a job, you need to get great at your job because you might not have your job 6 months from now. If you got cash in the bank and think that the cash in the bank is your security, you're freaking hallucinating. It is not security. You need cash flow. Cash flow is security. Invest with me at CardoneCapital.com. I'll never let you down. If you're not going to invest with me at CardoneCapital.com, figure out how to do these deals by yourself. Your family will thank you for generations to come. God bless you. Peace, love.